It's been a while. It's been a while since I've just sat down and just talked to you guys. And then I saw Adrian's video while I was supposed to be working. Um, and then it distracted me into this whole rabbit hole. So I decided to do a response video to some of Adrian's hot takes.
There is no correlation between quality and price. I think ceramic bezels need to stop. The tourbillon is the most useless complication.
I do agree with some of them, and the others I very strongly disagree. Now, before we get into the video, let me just give you a few quick updates. First of all, I bought a new watch, and this is not the right time for me to talk about this, but I will talk about it. The bigger news is that I'm going to watch the Wonders this year as press. I don't know how I've gotten myself into this, but I have committed to creating so many videos. Every day it's just going to be filming and editing, and it's going to be fun. I hope. So Adrian says that there is no correlation between quality and price. That's not completely true. There is definitely a connection between price and quality, but it may not be as much as you think. The whole concept of diminishing returns. As the prices go high, the quality may not keep up with the price, but then you start getting other things. You start to get brand recognition. You start to get craftsmanship. Watch prices aren't just based on the price of gold or the price of steel and the sum of their parts. It's not all about the quality. It's not all about the build, but sometimes we start to see more R&D happening with brands that are charging more. Ceramic bezels need to be stopped. No, they do not need to be stopped. They need to evolve. They need to innovate. They need to get better. But the worst thing that the watch market, especially when it comes to the luxury watch market, the worst thing they can do is go back to things that have already been done to death without pushing the boundaries on existing materials. I recently did a video on the new Omega Planet Ocean World Timer, and that was made in ceramic. One of the things I had a discussion with the Omega team was regarding this specific issue. I was like, in my mind, ceramic is not as robust as metal. So I asked them, like, why wouldn't you guys just go with something like grade 5 titanium? So they told me that, yeah, but the ceramic isn't the same ceramic that was used 10 years ago. A brand like Omega is constantly pushing the boundary of existing materials. They've used a different mixture of ceramic, a different kind of they're calling it a hybrid ceramic that is much more robust, much stronger than it has ever been before. I like the idea of the industry pushing the boundary of these materials to a new standard every year. And also, if you think about it, these materials reflect the time that we are in. You know, a few years ago, titanium wasn't the same titanium as it is today. Same thing with ceramic, same thing with carbon fiber. Materials like carbon were mostly decorative, but now they're being used for actual shock absorption. Watch brands cannot just simply keep increasing their prices and trying to, raise their brand position without pushing innovation. In-house is a scam. I find that there are three reasons why brands do in-house. One is that they want to show that they are capable of developing everything by themselves. The second reason is more of a business strategy to control, to have a better control over their entire manufacturing process, because they don't want to rely on the monopoly of just a select few manufacturers. The third reason is when a brand wants to do something that is not available in the market. Think of Tudor's Kinesi or Oris's Caliber 400. There is a higher performance being offered. Personally, I don't care about having a watch with an in-house movement, because I feel like a lot of collectors, when they're buying into the whole in-house hype, either they could afford the service or they're seasonal collectors. They'll just, buy the hottest new watch, wear for a couple of years, sell it, buy something else. So they don't actually go through the servicing process. In-house sounds sexy. Is it really worth it? I think that is up to you as a collector. Seiko is no longer value for money. I have kind of disagreed with this for a while. Although I do agree that it's not as affordable as it used to be, I still find that it is still relatively within that market range of entry level brands that have a decent history and heritage. It may not be important for you if you're already a collector or enthusiast, but for a lot of people, Seiko is that gateway brand when they're transitioning from quartz fashion brands to first proper mechanical watch. Almost always Seiko because they are relatively more accessible. They're a household name. They don't have to worry about Swiss movement service costs. It's easily digestible for a lot of newcomers. Tourbillons are useless. I disagree. I would say tourbillons are extremely useful. Do you know why? They're not useful to fix anything or to oppose the gravitational force bullshit, whatever. They're useful in creating curiosity. They're useful in giving us a sneak peek into the micromechanics universe. I think to understand this, you have to ask yourself, what is the point of a wristwatch? Okay, if you say it's functional, this is much faster and easier to use and much more reliable in terms of functionality. But the reason why we would rather read the time on this is because we enjoy using the functionality on this, not because it's more efficient or more accurate. The enjoyment is a key part about watches. Well, the reason why we collect watches, the reason why we spend money on watches. If a watch doesn't make you smile today, it's already outdated. It is as useful as having Kermit on your ProPilot X. It's as useful as having Snoopy on your Omega Speedmaster. It's just a bit of fun. It adds to the craftsmanship, an essential part of watchmaking. Okay, now I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about all of these points? Where do you agree and where do you disagree? Drop a comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.